I got invited to the Expedition 33 event, and it was very, very, very lovely. So first, I take a plane to London. But here's the thing. London is a little bit ahead in time. So before taking the plane to London, I actually decided to spend the entire night awake playing Blueprints. Since I spent all night awake, I had around 30 minutes of sleep, and I got to the airport and my flight got delayed by a lot. And it was really hard for me to not fall asleep on the seat of the airport. And I was like, I entered the plane, and the moment that I entered the plane, this happened. It was glorious. It was glorious. It was like it was like fast traveling. It was like a fast my flight was very long, and I just disappeared. It was great. So playing Blueprints all night, it was the best idea I could have. And as soon as I arrived in London, for some reason, while I was in Portugal, because I went to Portugal first, my internet was working, but in London, my phone had no internet. I couldn't connect to any internet. And I started getting panic. I asked somebody if they could give me their hotspot, but they didn't, because I was a stranger, which is understandable. And I started panicking, and I didn't know what to do. And I tried to take the elevator to try to find where people go, like to Uber. I didn't really want to take a taxi because, you know, taxis are extremely expensive. And I tried taking the elevator to go to a place where I would hopefully find more people. Maybe I would ask somebody else for hotspot. But the people around me, they were going up the elevator and I was going down. And as soon as the elevator going down showed up, I was completely alone. And then this very tall guy that was double my size came up and he started talking to me. And I'm a very chatty person. I will talk with anyone around me. And I talked to him, and then I told him that I was having some internet problems, and I was trying to find my way to the hotel. Soon as the elevator goes down, he grabs my luggage, he walks out with it, puts in the trunk of his car, and leaves it there. And he says he will take me. I told him that I actually wanted to find the internet, and I didn't even know if my credit card was going to work, and I didn't have money because I would need to go back to the airport to exchange money. So because if my card didn't work, I could at least pay him in cash. And he was like, "No, you're gonna be fine. It's okay, we'll go." And I tried, and here's the thing, right? And I feel like this is something that a lot of guys might not understand, but I'm a tiny lady. If this guy wanted to just grab me by my arm and throw me inside the car, I can't outrun him. I can't outstrength him. There was absolutely not a single soul around me. At that point, I had like two options. I could leave my luggage in his car and try to run away. Or I could let him take me to the hotel, and hopefully he would take me to the hotel. And in hindsight, I believe that the running option would have been the best one. But that's good that this happened, because now I feel like I'm more prepared for whatever happened. So the reason why I wanted to go, I ended up going with him, it's because he offered me to give him his hotspot. So even though I was entering this strange man's car, I could warn my parents and my family where I was and where I was going. I entered this taxi that I'm sure it wasn't a taxi. And there was like no meter, there was nothing. But I literally did not have a way to get out. I really wish there were people around me, because if there was people around me, I could have screamed. This was in the airport of London, but there was nobody around me. But it's okay. We eventually, after lots of traffic and lots of stuff, we made it back to the hotel. And when this guy gave me how much I had to pay him, it was a lot. It was, I would say, probably the double of what a taxi ride would be. He had already stopped the car. I had already opened the door, and it was in a place that was very busy with lots of cars. And I actually told him, you pressured me into this. You picked my luggage and you put it in your car, and you didn't give me a chance to leave. I hope my card works, because I just want to get the hell out of here. He started screaming. This man just lost it. And he was like, I was helping you. How could you do this? I literally told him, listen, can I just see if my card works, because I want to get out of here. Well, this man screamed at me. And thankfully, it worked. I didn't have a choice except use my card. I am helping. Let me help you. He literally refused to give my stuff back. This is the kind of help I don't think anyone should want. And then as soon as I was like, I was shaking, and I didn't even mention any of this to my parents, because I feel like my parents would just like going to freak out, right? But like, as soon as I got to the hotel, the people at the hotel, they were incredibly nice. The only reason why I got myself into that situation and I couldn't escape, it was literally because there was not a single soul around me while this happened. Because if there was somebody else around me, I could have screamed, I could have ran, even if he took my luggage, there was a recourse. But I was alone at all times with this guy, and I don't know how that happened. I was literally stuck, and I couldn't outstrength him, you know? And dude, I felt really bad. It really sucks to be taken advantage from. I know that there is lovely people everywhere, literally everywhere. And I swear I'll never let the one assholes, the one bad experiences that I might have with somebody ruin the name of an entire country or an entire group of people. I'm not one of these people, okay? Just so you guys have an idea, another content creator that's a good friend of mine, we have been together in events like this like 5 times. Later that day, I met him for dinner, and the exact same thing happened to me. And he is a man twice my size. He still got himself in the same shitty situation. This is the kind of stuff that could have happened to anyone. So, again, a lot of these people, they're very skilled at what they do. It's likely that this guy only approached me because I was alone and he realized it. Because otherwise, this wouldn't have happened. Dwell on this story is making me really nervous, and I'm feeling kind of like almost throwing up. Can we get to the good parts? Yeah. Here, how about this? Whenever I'm feeling a little bit nervous and uneasy, I like to just shake, okay?